Hey everybody, Sean here. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how, for all these, a lot of these new guys that are coming into the trapping. A lot of them are asking questions. I figure I'd take it one step further and show you how we do our dirt holes out west here. So bear with me here just a moment. I'll get my trap bed dug and I'll walk you guys through it step by step, and we can go from there. So many of you notice I got my trap laying in here, okay? And what I'm running on this trap is a 18-inch wolf fang earth anchor. For all you beginners out there, the most important thing that you want to learn to do in trapping is to bed your trap solid, okay? I struggled with it for a very, very long time, and I finally found a few little tricks here and there to help stabilize my trap so that when something steps on it, it's not going to wobble and make them dig the trap up. Because that's what's going to happen. If it wobbles, you're going to have your trap dug up and it's going to be set off. So you kind of look at this, you can kind of see, I'm just touching there with my gloved hand, you can see how it wobbles like that, okay? I haven't got it stabilized yet, but you always want to dig your trap bed about 2 to 3 inches deep, not too deep. Depending on the soil type you're in, I mean, you want it to be right there so when they step on it, it catches them. So what I'll do is I'll get this anchored down. And the other thing, before I pause you off here for just a minute, the reason I chose this spot was last year. I caught my first coyote out here last year in October, and a really well-fed male coyote. And I'm come back to this exact same spot. This is where I had a dirt hole set last year. I actually did a double dirt hole here, and that's what we'll do today. So bear with us here. We'll be right back. We're going to get this stabilized and anchored in, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're back, and as you can see, I've got my trap in here. A little bit of cow crap in there, but that ain't gonna hurt nothing. If you look, I'm keeping my finger back here, so in the event that thing does snap, I can pull my hand back, but it's wobbling a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to pack that down around the jaws, not inside of it, on the outside of those jaws. You want to pack that down because that'll really cinch that trap up really in there tight, so that when they come to step on this, it's going to grab them. So I'll take a look here now. Kind of hard to do this with one hand. I'll try to not get my hands caught in the trap. And for you beginners out there, it's going to happen. You're going to get your fingers caught in these traps. I've had mine numerous times last year just because I wasn't paying attention. Your best bet is just pack the outsides, and I'll show you here in a minute when we go. You don't pack anything inside these traps, so it's all going to be loose dirt, and I'll show you how we cover this. So we'll make this video short and sweet today, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so for my next step, I put a piece of wax paper over the inside of that, okay? And what this does is it's going to ensure that I don't have any big rocks, any dirt clods go under my trap pan. You get a clod under your trap pan or a rock under your trap pan, your trap won't fire, and the animal's going to get your bait, and they're going to walk off unscathed. So that's the next step. Alright, so as you can see, I've started covering my trap, okay? So what I'm going to do is very carefully, I'm going to pull some of that dirt off the pan, and I'm just going to kind of sift it out to the edges here, okay? I want to kind of, you guys can see here, like I said, this is harder than it looks with one hand. And notice how I'm just going around on the outside of that, okay? It doesn't take much dirt, okay? I mean, if you look, there was a pile of dirt right there, a small pile, just from digging out my trap bed, okay? I used what I could to cover that trap back up. And here's my other little trick. Hang on just one second here, guys. Okay, so in this, I have some wax dirt that I made. This is my stuff from last year. I haven't broken into my new stuff yet, but it's not much. You don't have to, like I said, you don't have to really kick this stuff on. I mean, I just run it back through my sifter. And all this is going to do is help me keep, my trap from getting froze down, because we are okay. So as I mentioned, we're getting freezing temperatures here. What I'm doing now is I'm just kind of doing like I did before. See that little tag of wax paper there? I want this to look as appealing as I can to these coyotes out here. I just take a little bit more wax dirt. I mean, I don't use a whole heck of a lot of it. I mean, there's people that line the bottom of their beds with this stuff, and I mean, I'm a simple set and go type of guy, I guess. Okay. Now, if you look up there, I've got my 2 dirt holes punched. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you, those are about 8 to 10 inches deep each. I take that back. The one on the left, if you can see it here, the one on the left is about 10 inches deep. The other one's about 6 inches deep. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait one of those up, and I'm going to put gland lure in the other one. So they're going to come in here. They're going to come sniffing, and they're going to find that they've just got caught. But what this trap set's going to do is it's going to keep their feet moving. So what you want them doing is kind of trying to figure out which way to go. And with them moving their feet around, they're going to get tangled up real quick. So bear with me here. We're gonna go with one of my fail-safe baits here that my friend Pete Petrie out in LaBarge, Wyoming makes, and then I'll show you guys what the finished set looks like. All right, so this camera kind of sucks today, but this is the bait that my friend Pete Petrie makes out in Wyoming. It's called government bait. Okay, don't take nothing but a teaspoon of it, and I drop it down that hole, and I'll cover it up with some of this grass and stuff, and it'll really get the scent out. That's the one thing you guys got to realize, you newcomers to trapping. I rebait my traps every 4 to 5 weeks. I don't have to come out here and rebait them every week. Like I said, a teaspoon of this stuff will still bring them in. And even after you catch something, the smell from that other catch is going to enhance it that much more. So the other thing I want to show you is this is some of the stuff that Pete makes. It's called Canine Stimulator. This is the first time I've actually used this stuff. So we're actually going to go ahead and try a little bit of this stimulator stuff and see how many we can catch out of this spot this year. All right, not sure if you can see that, but okay, a little bit goes a long way with this stuff, and Pete will tell you the same thing. A little bit goes a long way, and what we're going to do is we're just going to drop that down in here. Yeah, you see it. I use a straw, drink straws from the bar my wife works at. She'll bring a grip of these home, and I just cut them up and use them for my trapping. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to, I'm just going to throw some of this stuff over there like that. I'm going to try to brush that in as best I can. I may even just leave it like that. But that's to tell, like if I were a coyote, that's telling me, and I can smell something in there. There's something there, and I'm going to come investigate it, and I'm going to come check this out, okay? So I'm going to leave my set just like this, and here in 72 hours, I'll update you guys. I'll video it and show you, if anything, if we've caught anything. So we'll end the video here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're going to have a whole bunch of these new videos this year doing tutorials. So stay with us. Watch it. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you guys later.